Everyone's talking about China stealing American technology. America wrote the playbook. 1780s, Britain is the world's only industrial superpower. They've invented the water frame, the spinning jenny, and the power loom. Their textile mills print money. Meanwhile, America is a colonial backwater. 13 former colonies with dirt roads and hand looms. We're agricultural, tobacco, cotton, grain. Our entire economic model? Ship raw materials to Britain, buy back finished goods, stay dependent. Britain wants to keep it that way. They've passed laws making it illegal to export textile machinery, illegal for skilled workers to emigrate. If you're caught smuggling industrial secrets, that's treason. But Alexander Hamilton has other plans. In 1791, Hamilton publishes his Report on Manufactures. In it, he advocates rewarding anyone bringing improvements and secrets of extraordinary value into America. Translation: we need to steal British technology, and we'll pay for it. That same year, a 21-year-old Englishman is about to answer that call. Samuel Slater, born 1768 in Belper, England. At age 14, he apprenticed under Jedediah Strutt, partner of Richard Arkwright, inventor of the water frame. For 7 years, Slater learned every secret of Britain's textile dominance. Machinery designs, manufacturing processes, supply chain methods. He became Strutt's right-hand man. But Slater saw the ceiling. In Britain, he had always worked for someone else. But in America, no limits. 1789, Slater disguises himself as a farmhand. He doesn't carry a single document. Everything. Machinery specifications, operational procedures, trade secrets worth millions. He memorizes and smuggles in his head. He lands in New York. Within months, he partners with Moses Brown, a Rhode Island merchant. December 20, 1790, Slater's mill in Pawtucket produces the first cotton yarn ever made automatically in America. The quality rivals British imports. The implications are revolutionary. Slater builds dozens more mills. Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut. By 1850, there are 165 cotton mills in America. By 1840, over 1,200. This one act of industrial espionage launched a $100 billion industry. President Andrew Jackson called him the father of American manufacturers. The British called him Slater the Traitor. Same man, different perspectives. Welcome to the Fast Follower Doctrine. Fast forward to 1917. America enters World War I. And we're not just fighting with guns. The Trading with the Enemy Act sounds like it's about economic sanctions. And it was, but it was also the largest intellectual property theft in history to that point. Over 4,500 German-owned patents, chemical processes, pharmaceuticals, industrial manufacturing. They immediately became available for compulsory licensing to American firms. Bayer's patents? Gone. Confiscated in 1917. American companies could now produce aspirin, synthetic dyes, chemical compounds that took German scientists decades to develop. The cost to acquire this technology? Zero. Value to the American industry? Billions. World War II, we do it again, but bigger. July 1945, American troops seize 145,000 non-concluded patent files from German patent offices. A special team, the Field Intelligence Agency, technical, microfilms 3,000 documents per day. Jet engine designs, rocket technology, synthetic fuels, advanced optics, pharmaceutical breakthroughs, magnetic tape recording, all of it. Nearly 3,000 pending patents were seized from nationals of enemy and enemy-occupied countries, all handed to American industry. Historian John Gimble calculated the intellectual reparations taken by the US and UK from Germany at close to $10 billion in 1940s dollars. But the patents were just the beginning. We wanted the brains that created them. Operation Paperclip. The name comes from how they marked files, a paperclip attached to new identity papers that erased Nazi Party affiliation. 1945 to 1959, the U.S. government secretly brought over 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and technicians. Many were former Nazi Party members. Some were SS. We didn't care. President Truman authorized up to 1,000 scientists in a top-secret directive. We exceeded that quota. The crown jewel, Wernher von Braun and his V-2 rocket team from Peenemünde. During the war, von Braun built the V-2, the world's first ballistic missile. It killed thousands of British civilians. September 1945, von Braun and 6 other rocket scientists arrive at Fort Strong. By the mid-1950s, there were 200 German scientists in Huntsville, Alabama. 1960, NASA establishes the Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville. Von Braun becomes the first director. His team of 118 German immigrants develops the Saturn V rocket. July 20, 1969, Americans walk on the moon. American triumph. That was German technology. The German scientists, they advanced American aerospace, chemical engineering, medicine, and material science. Did we feel guilty? No, we call that strategic necessity. The Soviets were doing the same. If we didn't take the scientists, they would. Fast follower doctrine has nothing to do with ethics. It's about dominance. Let's review the doctrine. 3 phases over 150 years. Phase 1, British textiles, 1790, smuggled human capital, Samuel Slater. It launched the American Industrial Revolution. Phase 2, German patents, 1917 to 1945, compulsory licensing and seizure, 10 billion in intellectual property, instant chemical and pharmaceutical industry. Phase 3, German scientists, from 1945 to 1959, human capital extraction. The result? We won the space race. We dominated aerospace. Now look at China. Forced technology transfers, joint venture requirements, intellectual property borrowed, state-sponsored industrial espionage. We act outraged, but they're running the American Playbook, page by page. Same doctrine, different century. The fast follower who becomes the dominant power. The lesson isn't that stealing is good. The lesson, no dominant power built dominance alone. America's GDP went from $9 billion in 1870 to $88 billion in 1920. We became the world's largest industrial economy. We learned fast from Britain. We failed quick, absorbing and adapting, not just copying. We dominated slow, taking 130 years from Slater to the moon landing. That's doctrine. That's chapter 12, America, the original fast follower. Subscribe to hear more.